Hello, friends. Welcome. What I wanted to talk to everybody today about was, we're busily destroying this planet. Normal worlds, by the natural laws and natures, wouldn't have humanoids upon them, so we wouldn't be here because we can cause either a great deal of good or a great deal of bad. And unfortunately, on this world, we're creating a great deal of bad because we're turning our planet into a toxic waste dump, and it's going to end up causing mass extinction and killing us all. We've got to start thinking, and we've got to move away from fossil fuels and burning woods and things like this that are releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and be sensible. And it's at home too that we need to make changes, because we're tipping detergents and cleaners and different things down our drains, and other types of pollution we do as well. So it's about being a little bit more conscientious of actually protecting the planet and all future life, which, are our children, grandchildren, their grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So that we don't kill the planet, because it's predicted already that mass extinction is going to happen here if we don't change radically. And it is a case of turning to non-polluting things like the fossil fuel, getting rid of the fossil fuels and replacing them with either hydrogen-powered cars that don't pollute, or electric vehicles, because we have got to stop releasing all these greenhouse gases, or we're all good as dead. And it's going to go exponential, because the planet will take so much abuse until it gets too far, and it goes cataclysmic after that. All hell lets loose. And the thing is, what will happen is, it will be crop failure because of horrendous weather conditions, great droughts, great floods, which are already happening. It's just the onset of it at the moment. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until we're all dead. And we have got to think about our own actions as well, not just petition governments to go green and use green energies, because there's plenty of green energy sources out there. We don't need fossil fuels. We don't need to pollute the world. There's plenty of cleaning products. I use environmentally friendly cleaning products to clean my home and stuff, and do my washing and everything. I try to cut my sort of pollutions down as much as I personally can. I get my electricity from a green supplier. That's all wind and hydro energy and stuff. And solar powers as well. They do solar power as well. So it's just about making conscientious choices and paying the same price for my electricity, whether it comes from that or nuclear, which has got a great danger to it. Some types of nuclear. Fission and stuff, that it stays radioactive, and they're just dumping it in the sea. It's going to leak out one day in the future, and pretty much kill everybody and all life in the ocean. So the oceans are a very, very important part of the ecosystem, and we are killing the coral reefs. We are polluting plastics into the ocean like horrendous. They are getting fish out, cutting them open, and they're full of these microbeads, even in their muscle, and stuff that they're getting everywhere. And mankind's got to wake up out of his insanity, because you know what I mean. It's the governments; they're not doing enough. They're allowing all these pollutions to be done. They are exploiting the planet for its resources, to get rich, and it's to get rich at the expense of all life on Earth. And we've got to stop doing this. And they won't change. That's the problem. They're set in their ways, and they won't change, and they just want to keep exploiting it until it kills us all, because they won't be in power by then. But of course, we've got to act sensibly with what we've got, and it's a precious world, and it's a very beautiful world, isn't it? And we need to protect it, and it is up to us, the people, to stand up and protest for this change to come about as quickly as possible, because it is getting into crisis level now. This planet is ending is entering crisis for global warming and the horrendous weather conditions it's causing. It's going to get far, far worse. And as I say, at some point, it just bends too far and it becomes exponential. It's a global catastrophe, and it could end up leading to a third world war. And that's the truth. I've been told it could. There's help coming, a spiritual awakening. Father God's spiritual awakening of the earthly plane is coming to try and help save this world because of all the greed and control and power and all these things people seek on this world. That we've got to learn to live in equilibrium and at peace with one another. So making a stable world and being a part of the environment, not something that is highly detrimental to it, and respecting it. So one step at a time, we've got to go forward and making personal changes at home to try and be more friendly to the planet so that we're not causing it damage any more than we have to. And, we don't have to use bleaches. We can use, mine are the cleaning product I use for my toilets and bathroom and stuff is just citrus fruits and things like that. It does an excellent job of cleaning the toilet, the basins, and I use eco-friendly washing up liquid and stuff, and detergent for washing powder, for washing liquid rather. So one step at a time, we personally can make a change, and we can support change on the world because people power, rises up enough to have enough influence to insist we got to change. And yeah, let's be sensible of what we got, and it'll last. And we don't want to thrust our legacy of pollution onto future generations. This world's not meant to die. But at the moment, they are really using it and exploiting it like it's throwaway. Just screw it up once we finish with it and throw it in the bin. And that is the attitude of businesses and governments, sadly, because they want to make their economy strong. And there's other ways to do it without killing the planet. So just wanted to say that. Anyway, I hope you're doing all right today, friends. Love and light, Neil.